Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your Mama Sandy. We're doing our 30-minute walk again today, and to tell you honestly, it's just so gloomy. Look, the sun is not here today, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be here to go walking, even just for half an hour. So I'm here again doing my 30-minute walk, and as you can see, it's not that sunny, but that doesn't mean we can't move around, right? You know, when it's gloomy like this, there's no sun to kind of guide us to the daylight. It kind of makes us feel sad, but you know what? I refuse to. I really refuse to be sad because the sun's not out and not doing his job today. Or maybe he's just hiding behind the clouds. Look, it's beautiful. Look at the view. It's a little chilly today. That's the reason why I'm wearing a little bit of a long sleeve. I know it's not really super cold, but that sun not being out, it's making me a little bit chilly. And still, it's a beautiful day today, regardless. Speaking of gloominess, I had a long conversation with one of my friends today, early this morning, and I remember talking to you guys regarding being sad and being slightly semi-depressed a few days ago. And really, today is just another example of the day that most people, if they're not aware of, they felt really slightly little bit down or depressed. A lot of factors like either the weather or whatever situation a person is in, it adds up to the stress level. And I have to tell you, there are things sometimes that gets in my head that if I'm not aware of, I tend to get sad and depressed too, because I'm just totally disappointed. It could be about a certain things or a certain person. But today I'm not really talking about me. I'm talking about a friend that I'm concerned about. I really want to help that person, but for some reason it's just little itty bitty tiny bit hard to help that person out. First of all, I want to tell you I'm not an expert. I'm just basing it on what I experience. And I can tell you what I can tell you just based on what I experience and what works and doesn't work for me. I normally don't mind listening to a friend if they come and talk to me regarding whatever their issues are. And the first thing that you have to do is really recognize and accept the fact that you have a problem. That's the first thing that you have to accept, that you have a problem and what's causing your depression or your issues. So I'm gonna name my friend Betty. Betty's a good friend of mine, and she's having issues with her partner. I'm sorry, Betty, that I have to talk about it, because otherwise you won't really understand. People won't understand why I'm talking about it. So she's not getting the respect that she should have, and it's rough being that kind of relationship. I may not be an expert in relationship, I may not be an expert partner, but I've been to that situation where it's very confusing and it's very uncomfortable if you're not getting the respect that you're supposed to get from your own partner. So Betty, all I can say is, for now on your side, I can't really help you with the right answer or the proper answer that you want me to give you about your problem. But I'm here to listen. But I have to let you know that sometimes I can just listen to you, but I can only tell you what you're going to do on your own, because I'm worried about the depression and the sadness and all that. And like I said, I'm not an expert. But for you as a person, you have to do your part. The part that you have to make yourself feel better, at least, and not sad all the time, and to the point that you want to just go on the other side. And to me, that's not the answer right now, because you're way too young, you have a lot to offer, you're a beautiful person inside out. First, you have to find an answer. What makes you happy right now? Give me like an example of what makes you happy, like every day. What kind of joy? What kind of things that brings you joy every day? Find one. And if you can answer me, you have hope to be happy. And second of all, I would rather say, in anything in life, you don't have to rely to anyone to be happy. You have to find happiness on your own, for yourself. Be happy. Don't pull happiness from one single tree, because that tree could fall down, that tree could rot and die. So you want to leave something for yourself. You want to leave some source of happiness instead of just relying on one person to make you happy. Like, for instance, your lover, your husband, your girlfriend, or your friends, or whatever, material things especially. So you have to find something that makes you happy instead of just relying on one single thing. So I know it's hard, but it works for a lot of people. It could work for a lot of people. It could work for men. It could work for women. And another thing is, please stop blaming yourself because you're so unhappy. Stop blaming your exes. Stop blaming your lover. Stop blaming people around you, because you're not getting the happiness that you want. It's you. You're the one that has the responsibility to make yourself happy. And you may hate me for this, but that's the truth. That's the only way you could do it. I'm not crying or anything, but it's just my eyes is getting teary because there's a lot of trees and blooms here. But one last thing that I would say, although I have a lot of things to say, and maybe we can discuss it later. I'm not much of a religious person, but you can talk to your creator and say, please give me more strength and power to deal with whatever is issues you have in your life. So that would help. And always pat yourself in the back and say, you know what, we can do this. I know there's a lot of, for a lot of people, for some people, probably they'll say it's total bullshit, but it's not. So anyway, I have a lot of things to say, but to tell you honestly, with that 30-minute walk, I'm getting really hungry. Can you see the park? This is like a different neighborhood. This is not my neighborhood. This is somebody else's neighborhood. And I just like to walk here because, can you hear that? You can't even hear anything. It's too quiet. And I like it. I like it when it's quiet. Yeah, peace and quiet. But anyway, I feel like I'm gonna go eat lunch now. I feel like I wanna eat ginisang munggo. Okay, so we'll get something and we'll make ginisang munggo. Okay? Aloha, thank you so much for watching. This is Mama Sandy signing off. I'll see you guys later. Bye.